Hey guys, so this video will be more of me sharing thoughts about N8n. So the question is here, is N8n just hype? Is the hype with N8n, which is going on right now for sure, is it just hype or is it real? Is there real demand to N8n solutions? Is it just a phase we're going through right now? And are people overhyping it, meaning that you're actually not able to make as much money as people say? Have we all, as AI automation guys, right now trying to build agencies and make money, fallen into a trap? Well, I'm going to talk about that in this video. AI automation and N8n has definitely increased in popularity over the last couple of months. I even want to check as we speak Google Trends for N8n. Let's do that right now. I will share it on the screen. Yeah, wow. We have a huge increase from around January 2025, and then another big leg up in April and May. We are currently in June, so the last month there has been crazy a lot of increase, especially in Asia, for N8n. And what about AI automation? So likewise with AI automation, we're in a bubble. We're in a bubble right now. And is it true or no? Will the hype continue? So we have to analyze a certain number of things and try to compare with the knowledge we know. Again, I'm taking this video straight, front up without any sort of research beforehand, but we can walk through it, right? So the last couple of years, 2-3 years, we've had increased hype in AI, specifically due to solutions that we all know in use, which are ChatGPT, large language models, OpenAI, DeepSeek, Claude. And these solutions have already fundamentally changed how we live. It's like, imagine like internet turned on in one day and then suddenly everyone is using the internet. ChatGPT has sort of been a fundamentally important thing like the internet, because suddenly everyone is using internet. It's like it replaced Google in a way. We still use Google, of course, but now even Google has embedded Gemini inside, and I find it very useful, the AI summary, because it sort of summarizes all the articles that is sort of relevant and gives me the necessary information, right? But so the point I'm trying to make here is that we're all using ChatGPT, the large language models. Even Google has adopted it in the Google search, and it's become a part of our daily routine. I can't even imagine, of course, I can imagine I lived without ChatGPT for 24 years or 22 years, but right now it's so useful for me, right? I'm dealing with a new chat, or using ChatGPT to help me with 10 different things in a day, right? So the reason I'm talking about ChatGPT is because we're already establishing the foundation that this is something that is already being used and adopted crazy, right? Like crazy. And the hype has stayed. Not even has it stayed, the freaking utility has continued. That we saw ChatGPT in the start, and we have just seen the innovation occur and improve, and the image models and the video models, right? And all the things that are getting more and more possible. And so the hype is not only hype, it's real utility that is sort of revolutionizing many things, and people are becoming aware, right? You are becoming aware because you clicked this video and you're maybe discussing this topic within yourself, right? And so now we're moving on to, for example, what happened was like 1-2 years ago. I remember we had these AI coders starting to come in, the AI code builders. If people were trying to say that you could build apps with ChatGPT, that didn't really work. But then Lovable, Bolt, and these apps came into the scene, and I remember it. I was like all over it, and I started to make many apps. And I've always been like technical guy. And always try to build apps. I always wanted to build apps, like build my own thing and not work for anybody else and build solutions, but I was never a builder and I was never a developer, but I had a lot of marketing skills and technical know-how. But so I struggled because without a developer and without a lot of money, you can't really succeed. You need money, you need to invest, right? So when Lovable came into the scene and I tried it, I really find it super enjoyable. I was able to make apps, understood how things work, even when it was bugging a lot. I understood where the issue was. Of course, sometimes it took me hours to fix. But the point is that we have moved to a point now, right, where beyond Lovable, of course, Lovable is crazy and the hype continues, but people are building successful apps, websites. I built a website for my business with Lovable, right? So the hype is real and the utility is there. Now, fast forward like to today, we have N8n hype and AI automation and agents. And of course, N8n has been here for some time. I regret not knowing about it from before, but nothing I could do. And so AI automation and N8n, as we can see, is like at an all-time high. And we should discuss like, is this hype real, right? Because of course there is like a peak where people are buzzing a lot around it, and it will come to a more stable level. But the utility and the possibilities that are there with N8n, I would say that the hype is totally justified. And of course, what is not justified and what is not necessarily true is that any business or an N8n business and AI agency is easy, because nothing is easy. Everything comes with hard work. I had to lose my job to say, okay, now I will go all in because I already lost my job. Let's try to make this work without jumping onto the next thing. Let's go all in. So that's what happened. You can watch my other video to learn more about what happened. But yeah, now I am doing it, and I of course realize that it's not as easy as is being said. And on top of that, all of you guys, we are sort of competing with each other, right? I'm not sure if you're an AI automation builder or no, but we are all trying to target these businesses, right? And so I don't know how many DMs a business is getting in a week, in a month, in a year, but there's definitely many people outreaching, right? So the thing is that these people like us, hopefully, we are going to have a lot of clients moving forward as more businesses become aware and become open. But right now, there's very big competition actually. And I find it possible that a few AI automation builders will have a very large chunk of the clients. They will build very big, successful agencies. And of course, there will always be room for small fish like us. And I find a lot of strategies that work, and we can talk about this more in this video, like strategies like Upwork, strategies like LinkedIn, like Twitter, YouTube, local businesses, and beyond. And so, the hype regarding the utility, the possibilities with N8n, 100% justified. No one can tell me that N8n, and we can even say Lovable 2, is not one of the most powerful things that have been shipped and created in the last like 10 years. Because for me, at least, as a non-developer who have a technical know-how, N8n is like the perfect mix for me to build anything, right? I can build AI agents, I can build apps with Lovable and N8n, I can build solutions for businesses. Like literally, I could solve a problem for every business. Now, the problem here for us, it's not the building part. And that's what some other people have been talking about lately, that the hype is not like the problem or the skepticism, it's not regarding the building, because N8n hype in terms of that is justified for sure. But what is actually hard and what is actually sort of the overhyped thing is to get clients, right? Build an automation 5 minutes, but then sell it, for $10,000. It's not how it works. Every company has not a lot of knowledge about AI. They are very skeptical about AI. There are many different things they could need, and the path to just not knowing you and then saying that you are like a random 20-year-old guy is going up to optimize their entire business, which has been running for 20 years with this random tool and some JSON code, for them it's like very weird. So there are paths to solve this, right? And for sure, the maturity of the industry is going to play a major role. But we have a lot of barriers in front of us as AI automation builders to actually scale. And yeah, so that is one of the most important things because, as you're trying to pitch AI automation, by the way, that's not the way to go. You should pitch the solutions that you can give them, but that's for another discussion. There is the barrier of the know-how. There is the barrier of the cost and beyond, right? So I mean, 100% there is demand because you can see on Upwork, you can see companies becoming aware. As we are becoming aware of building the solutions, companies are becoming aware of the possibilities, right? That now instead of hiring a huge engineering team that would probably cost $50,000 to optimize the process, maybe hire a full stack developer for 10K a month that had 10 years education to do some automation for them. They can now hire us, the 18-year-old, 24-year-old guys who freaking know how to do it, right? And people are also becoming aware of this, and they're going to Upwork and they're becoming open open to working with these type of guys, right? So that's a very big plus, because they understand that, hey, I can, for 1K, 2K, with the guy, right guy in this platform, he can build this for us, you know. So it's all a matter of like branding. Yes, we're going to face a lot of sort of battles in our efforts to build an AI agency and scale, but I would say that it's totally a part of an agency in a new sort of a field, in a new industry, right? And so we have we should like brand ourselves the correct way. We should, if we should approach the industries the correct way with the correct expectations, right? So, you know, if you're targeting like a local business, you are going to face a challenge to pitch AI automation to them. But if you're approaching a local business and you're saying, and you're already even aware of their industry, and you're telling them their pain, and you're saying you can solve this issue, you are an agency. You don't even need to mention AI. I would mention AI, of course. You should mention AI, but you don't. My point is that you don't need to go into the technical. Just say that we are you know, automation builders, developers, and we build solutions for you that can give you the solution to your problem, give you X amount of revenue, right? Talk about their pain points and the results. Don't talk about the AI, the automation, how it works. Never educate them about how it works. I mean, depending on how curious they are, right? But of course, you can show them. But my point is that you will face a very big barrier if you're trying to pitch people and to educate them, because that's not what we should do. And so that's one aspect. The other aspect is, of course, like when you're on Upwork and you're starting out, there's like 1,000 other AI automation builders like us, and we've all like suddenly the last, you know, 3, 4, 5 months jumped on the wave, and we're competing with each other. And so we're actually paying money for every single Upwork application. And yes, to be fair, there is a lot of job posts that are coming up, but honestly, like, it's a bit crazy. I've been on Upwork for many years, and I never saw like that amount of like connects that it cost to come in the top five, and the amount of job proposals that is going on, like 20 to 50 proposals for any like real job that's getting posted. And what's even more sad is that the freaking AI the OGs in the AI automation industry, they've already built out entire Upwork automation pipelines. So we are sort of competing with some real OG people who are probably monitoring Upwork, creating everything automatically in real time and applying within the first 10 minutes, with like the perfect freaking infographic video and everything. Like, they build the entire system. And of course, we can do it ourselves too. But it's honestly like, for a new guy, it's not necessarily worth it. It depends. It does cost you probably like $50 to $100, and more than that if you want to apply to, you know, I don't know, 30 a month. You probably, it will cost you like $200. And then like, how many, I don't know the percentage, you may not even get every like a client at all, because, you know, I have like a pretty good Upwork profile, 20,000 earned in the last many years. And I have gotten 2 jobs in AI automation on like 20 proposals, which I found to be very little, and you know, with Loom videos and everything. So yeah, I mean, we're just reflecting here on the sort of the pros and the cons, the challenges in the AI automation industry. But, you know, let's be fair here that we are also approaching things a bit wrong. And why am I saying that? Is because we are sort of new here, and we are all over the place, right? We can build anything. That's the beauty of it. But we shouldn't be like that. We should target one niche, one use case. We should go all in on that use case, and that's how we will not have these challenges of, you know, barriers to entry, pitching, a lot of questions, and sort of not toning in on which client we have. Because as soon as we can lock in our branding, our messaging, the problems we solve, and be very clear and only target those, we can carve a much bigger percentage of dominance within that niche, because we're competing with much less people as opposed to competing with every AI automation builder out there. So I guess this is a very sort of a good way to end the video, with some reflections for you as an AI automation builder, or someone who wants to, is that you should try to see which niche. And I have that problem too. Like, honestly, there's so much that can be built. I'm not entirely sure which niche to go all in on right now, because demands changes every day, and I enjoy learning the new automations and possibilities. But I know for a fact, as I have experience in marketing for 7 years, that writing, like, you have to find a niche, you have to carve your dominance within the niche, so you compete with much less people, and you can grow your skill set within that niche, because it becomes much easier to become unique when you're just competing with 10 people, and you also being only focusing on that. You become an expert in that niche, right? So we are in AI automation, that's already a niche. You should, for example, choose marketing in AI automation, and beyond marketing, SEO within marketing. So you're already niche in a niche in a niche. And from SEO, you could say, like, yeah, I think that's niche enough, right? But so I'm giving you guys some thoughts, and this is part of my journey building the AI agency, Frema, Frema.com, FremaStudio.com, and sort of the lessons I've seen, the knowledge I have, and sharing my journey. So if you guys like this video, reflecting on N8n, on the hype, on the current situation, follow me for more. Connect with me on Twitter and LinkedIn if you want. And if you are interested in AI automation and you're just starting out, we are sort of building our Skool community, and we are aiming to have 100 workflows there. So as we know, Skool, N8n is, as I said, a super valuable platform. But what is valuable there is not the platform; it's the workflows that can be built to have at. We will have hopefully 100 workflows there solving different specific business use cases, and you can just take them by the JSON code and implement them in your N8n dashboard. We'll have the videos on how to use them, and we'll just grow together. So yeah, you can join that Skool community if you want. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, and share it, and I hope to see you in the next one.